Hello, welcome to Problematic Code, and today we'll be doing one of the questions from Blind 75, and we'll be starting with arrays and hashing, and we'll start with contains duplicates. So this is problem 217, contains duplicate. Given an integer array nums, return true if any value appears at least twice in the array, and return false if every element is distinct. So first we want to understand the problem. So this is, we're given an integer array, and we need to return true if any value appears at least twice, right? And if you don't understand the problem, maybe look at it at some of the examples. So let's look at example 1. You're given this input, nums 1, 2, 3, 1, and our output is true because there's a 1 that's repeating. And example 2 is false because there's no repeating value. So so this is what I like to do. I like to first try to understand the problem, what they're trying to ask, right? Constraints. So we know the constraints are 1 has to be, nums.length has to be greater than or equal to 1, but less than 10 to the 5th power. In this case, it's not too important, but usually in a interview scenario, you should be asking questions. So yeah. So first, what we'll do is just do some pseudocode. This one is not a too complicated problem. So let's do this example. So we have nums is equal to 1, 2, 3, 1, right? So we're given this, and let's say we have this I is equal to 0, right? So we start at 0. Okay, we have 1. We go to now 1. We move the incrementer. Now we're at 2. Now we increase this to 2. Now we're at 3, right? And now we increase this, the I to 3. I is going to be basically the pointer of the array, right? And remember, arrays are 0 indexed. So we do 1, 2, 3, and we notice that there's this 1. Okay, so we gotta check previously, have we encountered a 1? So one way to do this is to have a hash set. So you have a hash set that goes that contains basically all the values as you add them. So you do like set.add, right? So in this case, we'll have set, well, let's say contains values 1, 2, and 3, and we check at each time we increase I, at each value of nums of I, we check, does it already contain this value? If it does, that means there's a duplicate, so we'll return true. So yes, this is one way to solve it. Another way to solve it is sort it. I believe you can sort it and then check if the next value is the same as the current value. But I think the hash set one is pretty straightforward. So let's write some pseudocode. We have this method called contains duplicate. And always write pseudocode. It kind of just like talk your steps out by yourself as you're doing these problems. Kind of helps also for interviews because you want to be talking as you're doing the interview so the interviewer can understand what you're thinking and also possibly give you assistance. So what we're going to do is we have this nums array that's being passed in, and we're going to check. We're going to create this hash set integer set equals new hash set. And what we're going to do is for int I is equal to 0, I is less than nums dot length, and then I plus plus. So as you can see in this case, so we have this I, it's going to be incrementing throughout the array until nums dot length, right? So what we'll do is if set dot contains nums of I. So if it contains a value already in the set, we return true. Correct? Else, what we're going to do is set.add nums of I. And if we go throughout this whole for loop, right, and we don't run into a duplicate, we just return false. So this is the solution for this problem. It's pretty straightforward. And let's check out the code for it. Oops. So let's see. So we have this accidentally. Let's remove that. Okay, let's run this. Let's see if it runs the base case. Okay, base case seems solid. It's working. Okay, now let's run it. And there we go. So this beats 67.12% of the users, and this is an O of N solution. And there's possible, as you can see, there's faster solutions out there. I do recommend checking out these faster solutions. They're most likely better It's a good way to get like different perspectives. Maybe your solution is not the best. So in this case, maybe my solution is not the best solution. So checking these out, I recommend. Yeah, this is this problem. Subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down in the comments below. If there's any certain problems you guys want me to do, just put it down in the comments. I'll check it out. And any recommendations, things I should improve on, let me know as well. Yep, and thank you for checking out Problematic Code.